I'm Marta Belcher. I'm chair of the Filecoin Foundation for the Decentralized Web. Our mission is to permanently preserve humanity's most important information. We are so excited to announce that we have awarded a grant of nearly $5.8 million to the Freedom of the Press Foundation over 3 years in a new collaboration that's about leveraging decentralization of the web to enhance free speech and journalistic integrity. This grant will enable the Freedom of the Press Foundation to implement additional security features for journalists working with sensitive documents and to investigate a possible move towards a zero trust architecture for the secure drop server. We really think that the Freedom of the Press Foundation's efforts are a natural fit for collaboration and support from our foundation because what they really do is permanently preserve humanity's most important information. So we're so excited about this collaboration and excited to be announcing it today.
My name is Trevor Tim. I'm the executive director of Freedom of the Press Foundation, and we are a nonprofit organization based in the United States that defends, empowers, and protects public interest journalism in the 21st century. The state of press freedom in a particular country is probably the number one bellwether as to whether a democracy can function or not. So when we're talking about journalism and the threats that journalists face, the easiest one that I think we can point to, and that also is easiest to see for everybody, is the monopolization of technology and the centralization of technology in the hands of a tiny handful of conglomerates. For the last 20 or 30 years, the internet has slowly become more and more centralized. Can sometimes lead to ease of use for users, but oftentimes there is huge downsides when we're talking about whether privacy violations or censorship. And so what we hope to see at Freedom of the Press Foundation is in the next 20 to 30 years that the internet move towards a more decentralized model, much actually like what it was like at the beginning of the World Wide Web. So what we try to do at Freedom of the Press Foundation is really put the power to protect your sources back into journalists' hands. And so that's why we build Secure Drop, this open source whistleblower submission system. The idea behind it is that actually it is not centralized. We build the software, we train the news organizations how to use it, we help them install it, but once it's installed, it's actually installed on a news organization's property. Every single news organization has their own Secure Drop. And so there is not this single point of failure where even us as Freedom of the Press Foundation don't have access to what goes in and out of Secure Drop. Journalists are on the front lines of preserving humanity's most important information. The only way that you're going to have an informed society, and the only way that historians will be able to tell the story of past generations, our generations, or future generations, is to have access to that knowledge. And the job of journalists is to dig out that information, to get information that governments or corporations or public figures may not want the public to know, but is vital to their interests. And the ability to not just gather this information, but publish it and make sure that it is resistant to censorship is, number one as far as journalists' job descriptions go. As far as Freedom of the Press Foundation goes, we are just over the moon excited about the fact that we are getting this incredible grant from the Filecoin Foundation for the Decentralized Web. It's the largest grant in our history. It is going to be able to ensure that projects like Secure Drop, the decentralized whistleblower submission system, not only survive for the next several years, but actually thrive and get stronger than ever before. And the fact that FFDW is doing not just this amazing grant for us, but grants for a myriad of organizations in the space is really game changing for internet freedom in general. And so I'm just so excited to see how it plays out.